Hi there, my name is Tracy Fauver. I'm the Executive Director of Davis Community Meals and Housing. And we're an organization based in Davis, California that provides services to folks who are sheltered, have experienced homelessness, and we try to help them move along a continuum from, camping on the streets to permanent housing. All of the myriad of services and supports and the things that folks need to do to get from point A to point B, because it's a process.
What Back to Basics does in their training is encapsulate and articulate in a very cohesive way a whole ton of information that once we've become aware of the information, once we've started to understand how that information relates to our own life, to our work life, to our personal life, we can really begin to apply those concepts. So again, having learned a lot in this sphere and working really hard to raise that awareness and help train and educate folks, I love the way Basics on Demand does it because it's very accessible, it's very relatable, and it's incredibly useful. And I can say that as someone who's been applying these concepts and principles to both my work and my personal life for quite a few years now. And the Back to the Basics is not just talking about employees working in challenging environments or people applying. It relates to the whole person. And that was one of the things that I found really, really lovely in this information is I try to be the exact same person at work that I am at home. I'm not putting on different faces because when I understand this and when I understand how to manage these situations, I'm managing them wherever they pop up. So I think Back to the Basics does a great job of helping folks not only understand where do these behaviors, these thoughts, these emotions, these feelings in my body come from, and how are they related to things that are probably very likely in my past, but how do I get through any situation that comes up in the healthiest, most productive way where I can remain in connection. Because in order for us to progress, to reach goals, to get where we need to go as individuals, as families, as communities, we have to stay in connection, even in the really hard times. So I think Section 3 in particular does a great job of that. And of course, then we go into applying those concepts, practicing them, doing some, and kind of putting all that knowledge and information into a very digestible package.